Are you ready for another Barkley Sound adventure? After dropping off Paul and Ange in Ucluelet, we set out for Snug Basin near the entrance of Port Alberni Inlet, hoping for some peace, quiet, and a chance to tackle some boat projects. But Snug Basin had other plans, like a bear sighting right after we anchored. We were officially in bear country, but that didn't mean Maggie, our dog, could skip her shore trips. So we set out for a tense hike, staying on high alert with Maggie's bear bells jingling and fresh bear scat marking the trail. After 2 days exploring Snug Basin, it was time to move on. And while cruising along the inlet, we got a surprising radio call that left us feeling proud of all the work we've done on Tangaroa.
Station calling.
This is latitude 49. Saw your boat come out, and wow, what a beautiful boat. No.
Stick around to the end to hear what they said. You won't want to miss it. Are you ready for adventure? Subscribe now, because we're getting ready for the Great Siberian Sushi Run. Welcome to Ucluelet. We are holding spot here, so I'm on board. We're not anchored or anything, because last time it was huge issues bringing the anchor up. We might have caught on something. Blaine has taken Paul and Ange to shore because they are heading home, and we have the boat to ourselves again. It's absolutely lovely to have friends on board, but we have some work to do on this boat. We went to put it in gear here, and Stella is not going. Portia is not going into reverse. That's an issue. So we have to get that fixed. We're going to make a run down for Victoria, but the weather looks like crap. So we found a cute little place, and we are heading to that, called Snug Inlet or something like that. Anyways, it's up about the entrance of Port Alberni. We've never been there. We're looking forward to it, and we're going to bring you along. Big thing with just holding spot here and not anchoring is the current is pushing us around, and there is so many crab traps. So I'm constantly looking along the port side and the starboard side, dodging crab traps so I don't run any over. Because that would really suck to get a crab trap stuck in the prop. And I'm watching this boat too as we get closer to her. But Blaine's been on shore for about 10 minutes already, almost 15. He'll get everybody unloaded, and then we will get him on board, and we will head out to a new place to explore, which I'm actually quite excited about. I think Maggie's excited too. What do you think, Mags? Okay, Maggie doesn't care. As long as she's with us, she doesn't care. It's just a waiting for Blaine. I didn't hit anything.
What?
I didn't hit anything.
That's good because it was close when I left. There was one on the hull at the back.
I know, I fixed it. Okay, put her on the short line. Well, the yellow short line. Okay, let's go. I looked, and we are heading to Snug Basin. To be snug as a rug in a bug, and as snug as a bug in a rug for the next couple nights. There's a tour boat out here called Rain Coast Maiden, and they're sitting at this rock out here. I want to go see what they're looking at. So while Blaine was helping me on deck because I was redoing the plugs, I changed direction. So we're going to head out to that rock right there and see what the heck that tour boat was looking at. I know they're not fishing, so maybe there's like a whole bunch of sea lions or something, because that'd be cool. Barkley Sound is home to large sea lion colonies where hundreds gather on rocky shores, like this island. These massive marine mammals are loud and social, using their barks to communicate. They're a key part of the Sound's ecosystem, and seeing them up close was pretty cool, and a little smelly. What we did have to worry about when getting this close to the island was the amount of kelp around it. We did not want to wrap this in our propeller. People say their boat is finished. They're lying. Boat work never ends, especially with teak decks. So we are cruising through the Broken Group. It's absolutely beautiful, but it's also the perfect day to fix the plugs in my deck. I couldn't have better scenery though for plugging my deck. Look at this. this passage, which we haven't been yet, right?
Yep.
What's that
Might
called?
even.
The Thiep Val channel?
I might even like go up in here and go through here or there. See how I feel.
Blaine's on a let's wiggle our way through islands mission.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't.
And the cruise to Snug Basin was everything we could imagine.
This is a good a day as any to start the rebuilding of life. The roads that lay open are many, and the old ones gone under the knife. And I can feel the sun on my skin. Beginning to thaw from within. Today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow. Today is a good day to live.
Cruising between Friend Island and Sartis Island, we came across some type of fish farm, or shellfish farm. We aren't sure which. If you know, throw it in the comments. It was really cool to see though, all these big yellow buoys were in some type of grid pattern right across the channel. Mr. Seal! Uh-oh. I said the S word. As we pass this rocky island, we spot harbor seals basking in the sun. Their spotted coats blend perfectly with the rocks, and a few are watching us as we glide by. It's people's float homes. That's a nice place to have a cottage. Just bring it in by float, anchor it next to an island, and you've got a camp or a cottage to fish from. Pretty cool. Okay, where is Blaine going next? I think he is going out through there. Good morning. We are sitting here chilling in Snug Inlet, which has been absolutely beautiful.
It's smug.
It's smug, not snug?
Smug Inlet.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. I looked at it yesterday.
I think we both need reading glasses because I thought it was Snug Inlet.
That's why I'm so smug.
But it's a perfect morning, but it's also perfect bear watching. And guess what we saw this morning?
We saw a bear!
We saw a bear!
Give me my bar. Come on, man, you give me my fucking bar.
She wants the bear.
Got it.
That's what I said.
Sorry, I've got the big camera out because I was trying to record him. But it was a little black bear right there. So this is what we've decided to do this morning. Sit here, drink tea and coffee. It's just Blaine and I on board, and we're watching bears. Oh, and Maggie. And Maggie's watching bears too.
Get Maggie.
A little bit worrisome because we were just on that beach last night with Maggie and she was running and doing her zoomies, and now we just watched a bear on the beach. So we're thinking when we go walking up the logging road later on today that Maggie might be on a leash, especially that we are definitely in bear country. But it's been an absolutely lovely morning. This is what we needed after the boatyard. Hey Blaine, this is like the perfect rest.
Yep. Well, I mean, we say that. We're going to be working while we're here.
Well, why did you come to this cove?
I came to this cove because I didn't have to worry about making noise here. And I've got a few pieces of metal to cut that's going to be really noisy and some other odds and ends. Plus, we'll probably be running the generator a little bit here and there. So
Maggie is excited to go exploring. Oh, she just wants to go to shore. Okay, hold on, Megs. First of all, we have to check for bears. Any bears? I don't see any, but it is high tide, and the bears kind of come out at low tide to see what there is for them to scavenge and eat. So, no bears right now. I feel like we should put some bear bells on, though. Meg, are you ready to go for a walk? Okay, we're coming. You got that? You can close the door?
Yep.
It is really high tide over there. Okay, what would you like me to do? Lane has an idea here on what to do with the dinghy, because we are at high tide, which means all this high tide is going to go down. And when the water goes down, our dinghy will be high and dry. Okay, so he's undoing the anchor. We've come to shore, but we're attached to that tree out there. Well, that works. It's off. We've now got ourselves an anchor buddy, so this will be a lot easier next time. That's pretty good. See? Okay, dinghy, bye-bye.
What could possibly go wrong?
Us and our adventures. We need a dinghy with wheels that we can pull up onto the beach. Don't laugh at us, but we're putting a bear bell on the dog. Oh, you've got the magnet on the bear bell. You got to release the magnet. I'm like, why isn't the bear bell working? See the magnet?
Actually, I should probably... That way it's hanging rather than...
There we go. That's perfect. Maggie's not going to be happy with us. But she is our bear bait. Uh-oh. Is that bear scat?
That is bear scat.
Oh no, right there.
Hey, bear. Hey, bear.
And we've already seen one bear this morning. Black bears are almost out of season. Oh, they're too dry now. They're almost too dry. That one's really good though. What?
The road passes by.
What do you want to do?
Go
to the lake?
I say we go right. That'd be my best guess.
Let's go right. We've changed our minds. We discussed it. The river actually going to the lake comes out of that little inlet that we were going up. And we took a right to get into Smug Cove here. Smug Cove? What's it called?
Smug.
Oh.
That's the excuse Janice is using anyway, but what the actual deciding factor is though is it's downhill the other way.
That's up.
Well, yeah, the lakes are normally up above the ocean.
Let's go this way. That's a bit worrisome, Blaine.
Well, don't stop.
Rockfall hazard, no stopping. Huh. I can definitely see why it's a rockfall. Can we see Tangaroa yet? Oh my gosh, look at this.
trickle.
Oh, yeah, no stopping. More bear scat.
I'm gonna place the bears up here.
Oy.
There's a rope going up the.
I know what that's for. A rock climber?
I doubt it. It looks pretty light for climbing.
That is a lot of bear scat. Look at all the berries in it. That was a big bear. Keep going with your bear bell, Blaine, or Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie, go with your bear bell. The crossroads.
It is interesting, there's a gate here. Crossroads to what?
What?
You think that's a helipad right there?
Yeah, it looks like a helipad.
Oh, should we walk down? If anything, maybe that goes to the lake.
Maybe.
There's a trail cam in the tree right there.
Yeah.
See it?
Yeah.
Adventuring. The trail cam's probably already taken a picture of us, Blaine.
For sure.
Someone's looking at it. Actually, you have to go download it. It doesn't do Wi-Fi.
Oh, right.
Usually there's a card in there, you have to go download the trail cam.
Yeah.
We used to use them in policing. Work like a humdinger.
Guessing they probably don't check it all that often.
Maybe not. Some big logs. So we're heading back because we feel like we're trespassing. We're not sure if we're on First Nations land, and we really don't want to trespass on First Nations land. So we're heading back towards where the boat is. Maybe we'll go in the dinghy for a little toot and see what we can see. You hear a bear, it goes.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, they kind of. I don't know, it's hard to explain what they do. They kind of. You can hear them. It's kind of like a drumming, kind of deep in their guttural. Yeah, kind of. We don't want to happen upon a bear.
Rock sliding again.
No work. Danger zone, Blaine.
Mm-hmm.
Look at all the dots. Those are all danger zones.
Yeah.
Down here going, hey bear.
As we walk past 10 piles of bear scat.
What do you say?
As we walked past 10 piles of bear scat.
Yeah, but what have you been saying all the way down this road?
Hey bear! Apparently that's what you have to say. That's a noise that they understand, and they say, oh, he said hey bear.
Really?
I'm just gonna chill and not bother them.
I grew up in Northern Ontario with bears. Like, we had black bears everywhere. It was like after dinner adventure, amusement instead of television, and we all piled into the car and drove to the dump to watch the bears. That's what we did. How many times I was cruising around on bicycles and we saw a bear. And you just make a lot of noise and they tend to go away. So I'm not that worried about bears. The bears also used to come on our deck and steal from our coolers. Smart little things. I think the tide's come up a bit.
It is, it's not much.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay, now go.
But it's knot's gonna get stuck on there. Okay. Get it? Tell me when to stop. In case you're wondering what we're doing, we're just cleaning the seaweed off. And then it was time to do a little bit more exploring of Snug Basin, this time by dinghy, where Maggie and us would be safe from bears. So we finally found a sign to kind of explain where we are. So we're just going to head over and read it to see if we were in fact trespassing. I think we might have been.
We probably were.
And we just... Yeah, you can read it. Read it out loud?
Wait till we get a little closer.
I'm on Bob.
This is going to be difficult for me to pronunciate, but welcome to the Uchuklasat tribe Huklit River. You are now entering private property of the Uklits tribe government. This is a sacred area to the people of the tribe, so please respect your surroundings. Be aware that areas within our lands are also under surveillance.
Don't know if we're going to get this right, but we just spoke to a gentleman there and he says this is treaty land, which is awesome. So technically it's not really a part of Canada, or it's not Canada, he said, but it's all privately owned. They've got their own tribal police, their own government, and it's absolutely beautiful. So they were very kind. They said no problem if we wanted to visit, just respect it was the big thing. So yeah, absolutely beautiful up here. So we thank them very much, and now we're heading back to Tangaroa. Shellfish area closed. That's sad. We couldn't read exactly what the sign said, so we looked it up when we got back to Tangaroa. We learned that the shellfish beds were closed because of harmful biotoxins like red tide, which made the shellfish very dangerous to eat. No oysters or clams. Can't eat any, Blaine. I know you love oysters. Which was okay with Blaine because he's not a fan of shellfish. Okay, finding the lake was a bust. And the gentleman on the dock said that you have to go in by helicopter or it's a really long drive. But the lake is stunning and it's really beautiful. Sorry, what?
It says it's like rated one of the top lakes in the world.
Yeah, we just can't get to it. We got back to Tangaroa just in time for bear watching. The black bears usually come out at low tide because they like to eat seaweed and turn over rocks to look for crabs, barnacles, starfish, mussels, fish, eels, and other crustaceans. And it didn't take long before a bear came out of the bushes to find food. Bear watching was the perfect way to spend the last evening in Snug Basin. I'm on hold for the anchor because Blaine is checking the transmission. We're not sure if it's actually shifting into gear, which is a bit of an issue. So I'm on standby to stand by. Not shifting?
Yesterday, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
A bit worrisome.
Not really.
Okay.
Connection on the connector.
So it's all working now?
Yep.
I keep lifting up the anchor? Okay. Back to the anchor.
Those connectors on the transmissions, when I originally pulled them off with the transmissions that we had, they were rusty on the terminals a bit, and I think that's probably what's happening there. So what I'll do when we get back to Victoria's, I'll order up some new terminals for it and put on new terminals.
Good plan. Rusty terminals is not a good thing. Okay, let's bring up the anchor. This mud really stinks. Like, it really smells. I can't wait till we have a saltwater wash installed on this boat. So we have a bunch of mud on the anchor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get Blaine to drive forwards to try and knock it off. Blaine, can you drive forwards to knock off the mud?
How much mud do we have?
A little bit. Thank you. That will save me having to hose it off with fresh water, because again, we are conserving fresh water right now. Oh, there it goes. There's a big chunk. And with the anchor up, we were off to find another place to anchor for the evening. And to tell you the truth, we had no clue where we were going to go. All we knew is we had to go down towards Bamfield, so we had a hop-off point to head back to Victoria if the weather window was good. My first thought was that we were in trouble for something, but it was quite the opposite.
This is Tangaroa, station calling.
This is latitude 49. Saw your boat come out, and wow, what a beautiful boat. And I saw it from a real long distance the other day, and it looked like a gray hull glass boat, and then I just realized it's aluminum. And I was wondering, does it by chance happen to be a Broward?
It is not a Broward. She was built by Stevens Brothers in 1969.
Because it had a Broward look, and I know that Broward made aluminum. Where is Stevens Brothers located?
They were based out of Stockton, California. They're no longer in business. I think they went out of business sometime in the 80s, late 80s. But they made hundreds of boat hulls, and this is number 2 out of aluminum.
Wow, number 2. Cool. I had a 48-foot tally that was number 16. But we're on a land base. We're in the circular house up on the point that you just passed.
Okay, well, we probably saw you coming in. It's a little bit behind me now, but yeah, we were checking out the
there they
shoreline.
are.
Pretty good. Oh wait, yeah, my wife says she can see you over there.
Yeah, we've been here for 9 years, but we were long-range cruisers before then. Went to Alaska a few times and love it up here now.
Oh, it's a gorgeous place. Yeah, my wife and I did lots of cruising as well before we bought this one too.
And have a good cruise.
Thank you very much. You guys take care, and it's a pleasure talking to you. This is Tangaroa out, back 16.
Latitude 49 out. We're signing off.
Well, that's a first.
Yeah,
What do you think?
it's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
But, anyway, pretty
Latitude 49.
cool. Latitude 49. That's a good one.
Well, Latitude 49, it was absolutely a pleasure talking to you. Absolutely made our morning. And hopefully we'll cross paths sometime in the future. If you love your heat and comfort, surviving a Canadian winter on Tangaroa might seem crazy, but we did it. Watch We Survived Winter on a Boat in Canada next to see exactly what it was like.